Welcome to the pathway to healing. Looking at my yard after the storm, always makes a mess in my pool. Not too bad, just need a little wall sweeping. Nice and cozy. Nice and cozy. Good morning, Max. Good morning, baby. That's Max over there, you guys. Doing his thing, saying good morning. Good morning, baby. Got a little fire going in here. Trying to keep it nice and toasty. Yes, yes, yes. All right, guys, so we're going to do a little energy cleansing ritual before we make our candles, just so we can make sure that, the frequencies and everything in the house is good and that our protection candles come out cool. So if you look at my board here, you see I got some fresh basil, some fresh sage out of my garden. Hey, some cinnamon sticks, okay, a little vanilla, some sliced lemons, bay leaves. And we're also going to be using some sea salt. Going to be adding a little sea salt to this, all right? So you're going to take all these ingredients, you're going to add them to a pot of water and bring them to a boil. All right, as you see, I have all of my ingredients inside of my pot of water, all right? And I'm now going to bring them to a boil. So just put them on a medium heat and let them boil. And then once it comes to a boil, I'm going to show you what you're going to do to it after that. All right, village, as you see, it has come to a boil. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take a ladle, okay, spoon, and you're going to stir this. But you're going to stir this counterclockwise, okay? So not clockwise, counterclockwise. Why? Because we're using this to get rid of all of the negative energy in the room, in the house. All right, balance the frequencies before we make our candles. Again, we're getting ready to make some protection candles, and we want the energy in the house to be right. All right. Now, I like to use a pot with a handle on it. All right. And the reason being is because I like to take my pot and I actually, while this is fuming and smoking, I like to walk from room to room. Yeah. I like to go from room to room and just go ahead and change the energy, all right, from room to room. Okay, you don't have to do it that way. I love it. And then because I have a 2-story house, it makes it easy for me to make sure that all of my rooms and areas are being covered. All right, so again, you're just going to take your pot and you're just going to go from room to room. All right, open up the doors, windows, move this energy about is what you want to do. Okay? You want to move the energy about as you're going throughout the house. All right, can you see that smoke? Yeah, and that's why I like to move throughout the house with it, like to smoke the house. All right, so you're going to change the energy. All right, throughout the house, room to room, floor to floor. Cool? Cool. Don't you love it? Yes. All right, so that's one of the many ways to balance the frequencies in your home. All right, get the energy right in your home. Now, the ingredients can be switched out depending on what kind of balance you're trying to achieve. Okay, in this particular case, like I said, we wanted to remove any negative energies, which is why I used the lemon and the basil, things like that. Okay, you can look up each one of these and see its properties. All right, the salt for protection. All right, each one of them do something different. All right, cinnamon brings abundance. Okay, so pathway to healing. One of the many ways to balance the energy in your home. All right, thank you for joining me on the pathway to healing. We'll be back to make our protection candles once our energy is balanced. Namaste. Love y'all.